We're on a roll now. Today we're doing lesson 9.5 and we're going to be graphing quadratic functions. Match the following quadratic function to its graph. Now the important thing you have to understand is that for a quadratic function, this number is related to the y, this number is related to the x. It tells us that for the x, we're going to move back 1. If it's positive 1, we go back 1. And with the y, we're going to go up 2. So back 1, up 2. Looks like we're going to be on letter B. Number 2, identify the vertex of this graph. The vertex is an ordered pair in which we have to figure out that anything connected with the x, which is 0 in this case because there's no number connected to the x, and that count number is connected to the y, so the vertex is at 0 and negative 9. Parentheses 0, comma, negative 9. Number 3. This time it is connected to the x. So we've got forward 1, but there's no number connected to the y or to the f of x. So our vertex in this case is over 1, up 0. Number 4. Now we've got a number connected. Oops, I'm going to redo this one because I might have missed something. Find the coordinates of the vertex. Okay, this number is connected to the x, so we go forward 7. This number is connected to the y, so we go down 2. So our vertex is at 7, comma, negative 2. 7, comma, negative 2. Number 5. This vertex is at 7. That's the number connected to the x. And 5 is the other number. Number 6. Now it asks us a different question. It's not asking for the vertex, which, by the way, for this one would be 0, 0, because there's no number connected to the x. And there's no number connected to the y. A parabola usually is like this if it's positive, and it's like this if it's negative. This one is negative, so it's going to be open down. Is the graph wider or narrower than the shape? All right, so this sign told us that it was open down. This is a regular x squared graph. If it's 2x squared, then it's narrower than usual. If it's 1/2 x squared, then it's wider than usual. I like to think of this one as happening twice as fast, and this one happening half as fast. So in this case, it's happening 2/5 as fast, which is smaller than 1, so it's going to be wider than the usual shape. Sketch the graph here. Okay, we've got a quadratic formula. There's 1 point. The next point over, instead of being over 1 up 1, is over 1 up 3. So that will be our graph. The vertex is at 0, 0, because there's no number connected to the x. And the axis is, in other words, what is it symmetric to? It's symmetric to x is 0. Okay, sketch this graph. Now, it's going to be starting at negative 10 along the y-axis. Oops, select a tool first. It's going to be starting negative 10 along the y-axis, and it's happening at the regular speed so it's going to be down 10 happening at the regular speed. The vertex is at -10, and the axis is, in other words, it's symmetric to x equals 0. Okay, sketch this graph. Now it starts down 5, because that's what that -5 there means. It's going down instead of up, so we're going to go over 1, down 1, instead of over 1, up 1. And check our answer. The vertex is at 0, -5, and the axis, it is symmetric to the x-axis. Okay, sketch this one. Now we are going forward 1. Why? Because in this case, the number, which is -1, is connected to the x. From there, we're going to go over 1, up 1, because it's a regular parabola. So the vertex is at 1, 0, and the axis of symmetry is x equals 1. Okay, this is as complicated as they get. Nope, there's one more complication you could have. We're going to go back 1, down 3, that's where we start, and we're going to go over 1, up 1 from there. Over 1, up 1 from there. So our vertex, in this case it's happening, okay, I'm going to show you all the different things. That's positive, so it's twice as fast up. This is the x is 4, y is -5. So over 4, down 5, and from there going twice as fast. Let's see this one. Is this one over 4, down 5, happening twice as fast? Yes, it is. Oh, let's try this one again. All right, so it's opening down half as fast. This is our x coordinate with a negative sign in front of it. This is our y coordinate. Okay, so back to up 4, there's our vertex, and since it's half as much, instead of going over 1, down 1, we're going to go over 2, down 2. Number 14, here we go. Now we go up twice as fast. Our axis is at 6 and -7, so forward 6, down 7. Could be either A or C. Let's look at A. Over 6, down 7. And let's look at C. Over 7, down 6. So that's why that one's not it. It's A. Over 6, down 7. Number 15. Tell whether a linear or quadratic function would be more appropriate for the model of the graphed set of data. If linear, tell whether it's positive or negative. Well, it's not going to be linear because it looks like it's should the coefficient of x be positive or negative? It's opening to the right. Oops. So it should be negative. And number 16, that looks linear, and it should be positive slope. Number 17, this would be quadratic, and it should be positive. Okay, if you have any questions, give me a call.